So once I found out there was a sex robot factory, I obviously had to go. Here's why I went to the sex robot factory. I am fascinated by the question, is this impossible standard of beauty that women are killing themselves to try to achieve? Is that even what all men want? I am delighted to report back that the answer is no. Not only did half of the dolls that were ordered have pubic hair, the customer spent an extra $1,400 for it. I spent $1,400 getting mine lasered off. This is proof we are not communicating. We gotta start talking to each other, you guys. It will save us money. But that wasn't enough. I still wanted to see what they were doing with the robot bodies. What if they were making these impossible to achieve bodies? That'd be bad for society, right? I especially wanted to see the boobs. Because in my head, every guy wants the same kind of boob, right? Giant double D, little tiny perky nipple. No. There's a wall of nipples. 38 different kinds. One of the most popular, oblong. One of them looked like a piece of caramel, fell on the floor. Bestseller! Great news, ladies. Whatever shape your nipple, there is a man out there who will pay top dollar. So I found this fascinating, and I started talking to the guy who puts the nipples on the robots, right? It takes him 24 hours to put on one pair of nipples. I'm like, what's the problem? Mr. Potato had that shit. Let's go. And he said it's actually a very meticulous process because they work very hard to make sure the nipples are uneven, because for something to look human, it has to have flaws. If something is too symmetrical, it actually looks creepy. Take that, Ryan Gosling's face. That was great news for me, and you guys might know why. Some of you might not know this, but I had eating disorders until I was in my late 20s. And as a result, my boobs grew in different sizes. That's a side effect for people when they have eating disorders sometimes, is your boobs grow in a little bit differently. I had to get 3 surgeries to get them straightened out. One was bigger than the other one was higher than the other one. They look like from the same general family. One was just like a shittier version of the other one. It was like Alec Baldwin and Stephen Baldwin. I kind of just wanted 2 Stevens, you know? Or 2 Alex, I'll take either at this point. And I was always so embarrassed about them because before I'd get with a guy, I felt like I had to explain what he was about to see. I'd have to prepare him, you know? I'd be like, do you like baseball and golf? Do you like young women and old men? You don't have to choose. Big Salvador Dali fan? So, the tragic irony of this whole thing is that they're still not even because one of the surgeons made a mistake and they cut through a muscle. I know, never get an operation by the airport. Red flag, I feel like I probably should have saw. And I hated them for the last couple of years. I hated them because I felt ashamed. My whole thing is, you know, accept who you are, love your body, and I felt like a hypocrite because I had these implants in. So I resented having all that work done for the longest time until a couple years ago when I got in a really bad snowboarding accident and I broke my shoulder. And I go into the surgeon and he's like, I don't understand, this injury makes no sense. I see this all the time. When people fall forward on a snowboard, they break their nose, they get a concussion. You only broke your shoulder. How did this happen? And in that moment, I realized that I bounced off my tits. And then my fake tits saved my life. There was real progress for women in history. There was some kind of technological advance that took over the chores that women did in the home so women could move outside the home, dishwashers, vacuum cleaners. For this truly to be a moment of progress for women, there'd have to be some kind of technological advance that took over the chores women are currently doing in the home, which brings me to the sex robots. Who's excited? I cannot fucking wait. I'm a very busy person. I would love for the day to come where I could be like, baby, I'm very tired. Please go fuck R2-D2. Mommy's gotta bang out some emails. I'm so pro-robot, it's ridiculous. People are very stressed out about the sex robots. I have yet to hear an argument against them that I buy. Everyone's like, aren't you worried they're gonna replace human women? Get the fuck out of here. One of my own girlfriends was like, aren't you worried they're gonna replace us? If you're worried about being replaced by a giant piece of plastic, you're not bringing that much to the table in the first place. So I need you to watch a TED Talk anyway. Also, they're not going to replace human women. That's an insulting argument to women. If anything, they will replace blow-up dolls, which, by the way, I love that that was a product. I want to talk about The Bachelor. I used to carry mace. I don't carry mace anymore because I find the packaging way too patronizing. When you try to buy mace as a woman, they try to sell you mace in a pink bottle. I'm trying to look scary. I'm trying to look menacing. Don't give me something that looks like a toy out of Dora the Explorer's backpack. Like, swiper, no swiping. Don't even think about that. Or the vibe I'm going for. A lot of my girlfriends talk about how when they walk to their car, they put a key in between their fingers. Yeah, but they don't even make metal car keys anymore. Okay, the new car keys are those little plastic little remotes, so that's a conspiracy. Think about that shit for a minute. The one weapon we have has been taken from us. So now I gotta use my mailbox key like an asshole. A little shitty Wolverine. Could you come forward a fucking inch? Oh, shitty Wolverine. It'll just kind of tickle. Be like, you're declined, you're declined. Your card did not go through. No, it didn't. That's on me. That is on me. That's my bad. I'm not proud of that. But now credit card machines, they have a chip reader now. So you'd have to do that, and that is not okay. That is wrong. That's wrong. I have a couple guy friends who are trying so hard to not be creepy at work that they're doing way creepier shit by accident. One of my guy friends tried to compliment a woman he works with, and he called her wife material, got in trouble, had no idea why. He's like, what do you mean? That's not even sexual. Calling a woman wife material, that's like saying, I could fuck you forever. So I'm gonna make you sign a contract so that if you want to get away from me, you have to hire a lawyer. Just think it through. Think it through. People really want to challenge me about all these women coming forward. Someone came up to me and was like, well, how do these women even remember what happened? Like, oh, because we're known for our amazing ability to forget shit. We're known for just letting things go after a while. That's our thing. I put Barbie dolls in the microwave till I was 15 years old. I live to destroy a doll. I don't care about gadgets. I don't respect technology. I'll kick Alexa in the pussy. I don't give a shit. Robot tries to take my man, we're gonna have a problem. And I'll be a savage about it too. I'll wait till you fall in love with her. Then I'll kill her. I'll just push her in the pool. I don't give a shit. To me, the solution for the robot anxiety is so obvious. They just have to involve women in the designing of the robots. That's it. For us to embrace the sex robots, they just have to benefit us in some way. Like, if a robot is gonna have sex with my man, it also just has to be able to, like, make guacamole. Take an avocado, you just put it in her mouth, she's just like, I don't know, I'm not a scientist. I'm just saying, if there's a guacamole mode, we're gonna get through this. I am so confident in my stance on this. I not only argue the sex robots are not going to replace human women, I actually think they're going to make you guys appreciate us even more. Here's why. I've seen them. They have hair. Fuck do you guys know about doing hair? Nothing. You're going to get your Does anyone else struggle with when receiving oral from their doll? Her eyes pop out. Then I thought about the women making the dolls. These bitches have our backs. That's a very easy thing to fix. They're in the factories like, you know what would be hilarious? We should do it. We have to do it. Let's just do it. So once I found out there was a sex robot factory, I obviously had to go. Here's why I went to the sex robot factory. I am fascinated by the question, is this impossible standard of beauty that women are killing themselves to try to achieve? Is that even what all men want? I am delighted to report back that the answer is no. Not only did half of the dolls that were ordered have pubic hair, the customer spent an extra $1,400 for it. I spent $1,400 getting mine lasered off. This is proof we are not communicating. We gotta start talking to each other, you guys. It will save us money.